I think we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Livy Igwe coming live from London. If you guys are watching me on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Y'all know the drill. I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and also to earn at the same time. So if you don't know, drop hashtag hybrid. We can get you started. But today we're going to be talking about how branding equals a workout. And I thought I would talk about this because in three different things, it always notifies me when I go live on YouTube. So I was like, Olivia's going live. I'm like, I think I know I'm going live. Hey, Andy, Sasha, Jeremy, Kiara, Elle, Lacey, Sasha. Okay, so let's jump into today. How are you, my loves? We're going to be talking about why branding equals working out, why it's the same system as you guys showing up on social media. Now, TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta and Facebook and YouTube. So all you need to do is go to Olivia Igwe and you can watch that. So if I'm watching on all different platforms, it's just because my eyes are a little bit everywhere. But I wanted to jump quickly on this because even though this morning, and I don't know if this is you guys, even though this morning I didn't want to work out, I didn't want to move my body because I guess now everybody will know, like I'm on my period. You don't want to work out. You don't want to move. You don't want, hey, Susan, hey, Mish, you don't want to do anything. But I asked my mom because my mom's an expert. Well, she is a midwife, a therapist, and a naturopath. And I asked her the question, I was like, by me being on my first day of my period, should I be working out? And she's like, it really depends on everybody's body. It depends how you feel. It depends if you like pushing yourself. Now, you may not be able to push at a max rep, because if you guys know I do CrossFit, I wasn't able to do, a 50 kilo clean and jerk. But we did no, I wasn't able to do 55, but I was able to do 50, right? And so sometimes it's understanding that maybe you can't push yourself, but a workout and branding is the discipline of showing up all the time, all the time, all the time, regardless of if there's like thousands of people, 2, 3, whatever. Branding is falling in love with the process and getting better at it. So we have three things we're going to go over. Make the decision, boring is practice, and then the evolution. I'm going to dive deep into it. TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta and Facebook so you guys can watch it there, or YouTube. Really up to you, same handle. So number one is making the decision. I always see, hey Cian, I always see as if you are a athlete. I believe everybody is an athlete. Some just haven't tapped into the athleticness in their body, but it doesn't matter. I still believe we're all athletes. We can all get to the body that we want to, but the only thing is you're one decision away. Hey, Ja, one decision away from the change, one decision away, hey, Wendy, from who you're wanting to be. The only reason why you're not where you want to be at the gym or whatever is because you haven't been disciplined. You haven't been consistent with where you're wanting to go. You haven't decided where you're like, this is where I'm drawing the line in the sand and this is where I'm heading, right? You haven't made the decision. So if you haven't made the decision, it's very difficult to alter that, right? So I really want you to start thinking of, okay, I've made the decision to show up on social media or brand or, open that TikTok account or whatever it is. I've made the decision to go where I'm supposed to go. The next, because the decision is the hardest thing to do. It's not the fact of going to the gym, which is difficult, blessed, or Carrie, or Diane. It's not the difficult part of, it's the fact that you've decided that you're going to do something and you're going to keep on doing it all the time. Because yes, it's easy to eat the cake, but are you going to eat it every single day? Because yes, you'll be consistent for a week of eating cake, but at some point you'll be like, it's boring eating that cake, that chocolate cake. Yeah, but it's just like branding. Same thing. Why? Because you got to get okay with boring. It's boring doing clean and jerks at the same weight when you can't get the technique correct. And when you throw it up, I was going way too fast today when I was doing the clean and jerk. So you take the bar onto your shoulders, whatever, and then you put it in the air. I was going way too fast, meaning that I wasn't able to push the power to push it up as I really wanted to. Hey, Mariam. But because I had to get better at the boring of the practice of adding the weight, I'm not going to go and do a 55 kilo deadlift when I haven't even warmed up the body. Branding is the same thing. Branding is understanding who you're talking to. What are you talking about? I could talk about confidence. I could talk about network marketing. I could talk to you about how to earn on social media. I can talk about colors. I can talk about my supplements. I can talk about workouts. But I'm not going to be talking about things that don't align. I'm not going to talk about dogs. I don't have a dog. I'm not going to talk about cats. I don't have cats. I'm not going to talk about pickles. I don't like pickles. You see what I mean? You only talk about things that lighten you up. I can talk about being a millennial because that's what I am. Literally, I posted in my stories or whatever the fact that we had different pens and we would stick them together and you change just the beginning of the pen and then put it differently with different colors. And when you'd finish writing with the pen, you'd throw it out. Or the eraser that you'd have, you put holes in it, right? I will talk about that because that is exciting to me. I like that stuff. But branding is understanding what you made the decision that you're wanting, right? Once you've made the decision of what you're wanting, you got to practice the boring, even when there are no likes, even when nobody is cheering you on. I take this analogy of Usain Bolt. For the guys that don't know Usain Bolt, probably you guys know the fastest man on the planet, although I don't know if he still is, doesn't matter. Probably with the Olympics, we'll figure that one out. I think he's not actually competing anymore, but it's his workout every single day. He had to go to the track and the field every single day. Usain Bolt did that for 4 years. Could you do that for 4 years if you put in the work every single day of showing up every single day and being consistent? If there's nobody watching, if there's nobody interacting with you, if there's nobody that's here, right? Yeah, Kiara, exactly. Showing up is falling in love with the process. Absolutely. You fall in love with the process every single time. Because Usain Bolt did that all the time. He fell in love with the process and just said, I'm just going to get better every single day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. He just practiced and practiced the vision of where he was heading. But also, it's not about like just seeing it. It's about putting in action. What are you going to be putting in action every single day? I was at the workout today and I was saying, because I filmed some content that I have to post in my stories. I was posting about the fact of, I have to just, film some stuff. And the girl that was with me, well, we were actually three girls. Joe one was like, that's fine for her to work out because she wanted the videos. But the other girl that didn't, it wasn't really, I just said, hey, look, can I record on the side? Hey, Molly and Kiara. I won't put it on social media, but I just need a piece of content. She's like, oh, okay, cool. That's fine. But how much pieces of content do you need to be able to create? And I was like, what you mean? She's like, well, she's a very analytical person. She's like, how many pieces of content to be able to build something? And I was like, well, my love, I post on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. So I don't know what type of content you're talking about, but I just post consistently. And so in her mind, she was baffled by the fact that I went live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and still I posted content. And she wanted to know why was it overriding quality over quantity. But I told her it's because it's about, number one, branding. It's sharing who you are. Hey, Danny Love, right? It's about, hey, Lynn, about pouring what you can tell the world, regardless of what people do. I talked about it earlier on, Usain Bolt. He would not be the man or the fastest man that he was, because we'll see with the Olympics in France, how fast he was if he didn't work out every single day, showing up consistently. You've got to show up consistently every single day. Just like Danny does upcycling. She has to consistently show up to her people to say, hey guys, I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm still here. Some of y'all want to build a brand, but you don't even want to show up your face. I know I was like that too, because I didn't want to show my face. I wanted to be like Marta Margiela and I didn't want to. I was like, I don't want to. But I decided that if I want to take the reins of my life, I'm going to have to do the uncomfortable. It didn't feel comfortable working out today, even though I was on my first day of period, but I still went because I get better at my workouts. And I know, as a human being, I know my strength. What is your strength, Kiara? What is your strength, Adam? What is your strength, Peggy? What is your strength, Danny? What is your strength? Why do I have a brain fart right now? Andy, what is your strength, Denise? What is your strength, Kiara? What is your strength, Steve? What is your strength, Nikki? You have to understand branding is making the decision. I draw a line in the sand and I decide I'm going to lose that weight, or I'm going to build my brand on social media, or I'm going to tell my story to my people. I'm going to help them overcome, I don't know, let's say, I'm not going to go because I know the person and I don't want her to feel that I'm just talking about her. But whatever that is, the fact that you don't have what you want, you're going to go into something that makes sense to you. You're going to do the boring, the practicing. Does it feel boring to show up at some point in time where you're like, I feel like, honestly, today I was like, girl, tomorrow's my day off. I literally told myself, Olivia, you're going to have to start working because like right now you haven't done anything of what you're supposed to do. And I had to remind myself, what is the outcome of why you're doing it? Usain Bolt, I'm sure he had that too. He's like, why am I working out to be the fastest man on the planet? But I have to do the same race every single day, all the time, for 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, or 7 days a week. Probably 6, because he gets like a 7-day rest, right? The body needs to rest at some point. It's tiring. It's not for the weak. It's only for the ones that are tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Then he doesn't need to show up with her upcycling pieces, but there's no one like her. We need her on this planet. Steve he's in retail and leadership. We need Steve because he's the only one that can speak to his people and bring others. Some are gifted, some will stay and run with it, and some will get behind. Are you person that will be left behind? Perfect. Stay there. If it's not, let's just go. We've got to decide branding equals working out. The only reason why I work out and I do CrossFit and I did a disgusting workout yesterday and I did weightlifting today is because I want to fall in love with the process. It's not fun when literally this is what it was today. I couldn't squat. So we had some clean squats. So you take the bar and then you throw it in the air, but at the same time you have to squat. I wasn't fast enough. And for some reason, it was too heavy. So I let go of the bar and it fell on the floor. It was kind of heavy. I felt like a total weirdo doing that. And the girls behind, they're like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. But what did I do? Did I cry about it? No. I got back up and I'm like, you know what? I will start again. I will do it again. Just like when branding also means reaching out to people and people will say no to your business. Reached out to somebody, absolutely love this human being. I think she would be perfect in my business. Why? Because she's got the charismatic of a hungry person. She's somebody that's empathetic. She's a go-getter. I don't have to tell her what to do. She knows exactly what her branding is. She loves helping people. She knows exactly she's in her calling. What did she tell me? She told me right now, no. I appreciate you getting to me and asking me, but right now I don't have enough space. Did it hurt my feelings? Absolutely. Am I crying about it? No. Will I move on? Yes. Branding is the same thing. I followed up with a couple of people also because you guys know I do styling. I followed up with them because it was a time at that moment that they needed the information. Followed up with them. What did they say? No, not ready. Connect with me in about like 2 months. Will you think I connect with them? Absolutely, I will. It doesn't matter that somebody says no to you now. It just doesn't mean it's the right time for them. So they will follow up and you have to follow up in a month, 2 months, whatever. Business is not about the amount of follow up. It's the amount of follow ups you're going to do. My mentor, Fraser Brooks, he was followed up 17 times until he did his business network marketing and decided to venture into more speaking and helping the whole network marketing game. 17 times, guys, 17 times. My question to you is, have you followed up enough times to get where you're supposed to go? And I'm not saying I have all the answers, guys. I'm just saying I'm also, as I'm going live, I'm teaching myself also the same thing that I got to probably follow up too. It's a game of falling off with the process. But you know what? I heard this thing and I know it's controversial, but whatever. You either like Andrew Tate or you don't. But he was saying something super straight in your face. He was like, I won't quit on me. I will absolutely not quit on me. And if I ever do, then that's because somebody killed me, which is not, I haven't followed up enough. Absolutely, girl. Like our game on social with what we're doing, we've got to follow up. And the follow up also, a thing for you guys is to understand like why the person didn't buy from you And the follow-up doesn't mean, because I always see this because I remember this. I messaged a friend because she wanted the drinks that I sell. If you guys don't know, I sell premium nutritional supplements. They fuel on a cellular level, better energy, better focus, better concentration. Help you with the crash. If you have period pains, perfect for that. That's how I was able to, work out this morning. This is your red drink. And I was talking to her about the drink, and she wanted it, but didn't put the order through. So I followed up. I said, look, girl, like you said, you wanted to order. Is this a good time or not? When she had messaged me, she's like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for following. It's not because I didn't want to order. It's because at that time, my child decided to enter the house with a snail, and there was mud everywhere. So I had to clean the snail, get the snail out and the mud out. That's why I wasn't able. And I put the phone down, and then I got carried away to clean my son, whatever. So you understand, it's not you that the person, right, was not wanting to buy from you. It's just because her child was naked, coming out from the mud, go and figure out how the child was naked, walking with a snail in his hand and wanting to do something with a snail. And I'm like, that makes sense, because you don't know what the person is going through, right? So I want you really to understand, branding is the working out, it's the same thing. Making the decision hurts. Boring is practice, same thing. But the evolution of you showing up at constantly every single day. I got a photo. I wish I could show you. I'll show you my stories. When I first joined my first opportunity in 2015, or was it 20? Yeah, it must have been 2015, because it's 9 years ago, right? Something like that. You can see the transformation of my face. You can even see I look so old. Now, probably you guys are like, yeah, well, you look young. Yeah, I act like a 25, but I'm 35, but that's okay. But you can see on my face, I look so old. I'll put the picture before to now, it's two different people. Because I've fallen in love with the emotion, of falling in love with the evolution of looking and feeling better. And I'm sure, Danny, you're not the same person that you were 10 years ago. Sophie too, sorry. To Andy, same thing. To my mom, same thing. To Susan, same thing. You're not the same person. Maybe you've become much older and crippled. Well, then you probably need the supplements, because those will help you out. They'll make you look much nicer and smoother and, looking good. Okay, so link in the bio. You guys go message me for that one. But there you are. I'm absolutely not the same person. I've evolved. I remember back in 2015, I was confused. I didn't like what I was going through. I mean, heck, you look at the pictures. Like I think at that time, maybe it was before, I was supposed to go to Australia. I looked like nothing. But because I didn't have the experience, I didn't fall in love with the process. I didn't heal myself. I didn't love who I was confused. But you get better at who you are. You're not perfect when you're in your 20s. Absolutely not. Gosh, I dated some douchebags. I was supposed to get married. I'm lucky the guy dumped me in Spain, because if I did have to get married and carry the child that I was supposed to have, like having a child that looks like my ex, absolutely not. Hell no. Like, no, not doing that. Or even the one before, absolutely not. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm happy with the life that I'm living right now. Now, of course, would it be cool to get married? Yeah, absolutely. Would it be cool to have kids? Yeah, absolutely. But right now, I'm not in that. I'm in business mode. I want to build, right? But everybody's journey is different. But your journey in branding is literally equal to working out. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the evolution. Your story will be built on confidence. I'm sure when you started upcycling, Danny, your pieces they didn't look like nothing, but they weren't what they are today, because you got better at your practice every single day. The fact that I work with Karl Lagerfeld, like the fact I got that opportunity was because I was connecting different dots to various different things, right? Me being good at what I'm doing today and branding and styling, I literally just got a voice note from a client. She said, thank you so much for styling my pieces, because you guys know I also do styling on the side, but my main business is building brands, right? Is building you and having you earn. But she said, thank you so much for just putting these outfits together. It's why I love what you do, because you just take that weight off of me. People are wanting your gift, but the gift will not happen if you fall in love with the process. If you fall in love with making that decision, sticking to it, because that's the toughest part. Doing the boring every single day, and falling in love with with the no's. Falling in love with the fact that some people will not understand what you're doing. Even to today, some people don't understand what I'm doing. They're like, why? Like, some people ask me, like, what are you going to do this weekend? Girl, I'm working. Okay. Like, I don't know what I want to tell you. What you want me to tell you? I'm working. I either work out or I work. That's all I do. Or I eat. I don't have anything else unless we're meeting up and we're connecting and we're talking about business, we're talking about the future, which I'm sure Danny would be the same thing. To I know Sasha, same thing, definitely. To Charmaine, definitely. Like if we were connecting for a brunch, we talk about the business of where we're heading. I'm not talking. I don't go to Aqua Gym. I don't like water. You won't see me there unless like I'm putting in a tan. Perfect. If not, not going. I only move with intention in everything I do. That's it. You like it or you don't, that's fine. I'm not here to please everybody. You want to get drunk? Be my friend. Get drunk. I just don't drink. I went yesterday out because it was a friend's birthday and he really wanted us there. And it was just a mini celebration. Everybody drank. My friend and I, Nusha, we didn't drink. So what do? We went to go and eat. Where do we go and eat? Ramen. For the first time I ate with chopsticks, which was very interesting. Took me probably 30 minutes to eat a meal, but that's okay. May the Lord be with me. Things change. Hallelujah. But I'm okay. We talked about vision of where she's heading. Planted seeds of conversation, of feeling seen, of feeling heard, of trying something new. We even met like a great I think they were Polish, two nice Polish guys on the side. That sounded really as if like that was like a side dish or was like a side gig, whatever. Anyways, wasn't the point of the story, but you know what I mean, right? So I want you to understand, and I know I repeat it, but what gets repeated gets remembered. Branding equals working out, making the decision. The boring is the practice. You try, you evolve, you adapt, you fall. You try, you fall, you adapt, you evolve. You try, you fall, you adapt, and you evolve all the time. My messages or how I connect is completely different from when I spammed back in 2019. It's completely different. My energy is different. I'm convinced my product works. I'm convinced my network marketing works. You either want to jump in or you don't. That's cool. Same as Danny. Her products upselling. They're great. I even sent her my box, my pieces that we're going to be upcycling for a huge event that I'm going to be going to. So I'm super excited. Like we're going to be reframing something, but because I like Danny and she's already worked on my stuff, I'm supporting and I want to go with her, right? So you will always evolve, you will always try, but you won't do it. And I heard this from Tim Grover. He said, "Oh, dude, Olivia's got to figure out this the quote on this one. It hits so hard." I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you think the cost of winning is high, just wait until you get the bill of regret. Did that hurt in the soul? If you think the cost of winning is high, just wait until you get the bill of regret. That hurt so bad. It hurt my soul even just thinking of it. So your message for tonight, Danny, get those follow-ups. I want you to do 5 and then you message me once they're done. So that's out of the way. Literally my dad yesterday, he's like, okay, well, that's not good what you're doing. So just let's set a number and get those follow-ups done. Did them. Literally the person also, I saw the message come up and I heard the person that replied to me, which is the person that I really wanted in my business. And that's when I was like, I don't want to listen to it, but just put your big panties on and just reply to it. Right? Yeah. Perfect. No, honestly, like just message me once it's done. I swear, once it's ticked, once it's done, it feels so good. Guys, I love you. Hey, Makita. I love you. I appreciate you. Remember to be you, do you. The world does not dictate who you are, but you dictate the world. If you don't know, I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to build on social media and to earn at the same time. So if that's for you and looking for a cash flow, absolutely #hybrid. But I shall leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube if you want to watch that there, TikTok. But yeah. In the meantime, I'll see you on Monday because tomorrow is the Lord's Day. So we're not going live. But I appreciate you. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye, guys.